All right, get ready to dive into a world where the islands of Moana,
Crash right into the grim darkness of Warhammer 40K.
forget sunny beaches and tropical breezes.
Yeah, we're talking roaring power armor and plasma cannons.
It's Moana, but with a 40K twist.
Exactly. Which begs the question, how would Moana's story of courage and hope,
And faith.
right, and faith play out in this universe? That's what we're here to explore.
So let's set the scene. Instead of Matunui,
Yeah.
we have Zentara Prime, a hive world so polluted that the sky is always gray.
Imagine towering manufactorums and rusted metal as far as the eye can see.
No lush jungles or sparkling reefs here.
Nope. Just endless factories belching smoke.
Instead of a village chief, we've got
The Adeptus Mechanicus, the Imperium's tech priests who worship technology with...
almost religious fervor.
Exactly. Talk about a clash with Moana's Polynesian culture.
And our heroine, Moana Lytra,
Oh, she's not just any island girl. She's the daughter of the planetary prefect,
a high-ranking official.
which puts her in a tough spot, torn between duty to the Imperium
This vast and often brutal empire.
and a growing sense that something's wrong with her world,
She hears whispers, maybe even from the Emperor himself.
urging her to find a solution.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
And of course, this is 40K, so no simple canoe for Moana.
Nope. More like a cobbled-together starship salvaged from some long-forgotten war zone.
Oh, and what about Hey the Rooster?
Well, in this universe, he's Hey the Servo Skull,
A little robotic skull.
chattering away in binary code, maybe some ancient prayers mixed in.
Okay, I'm already hooked. But what about Maui?
Ah, well, there's no demigod here.
Uh-huh.
Instead, we have Mordax, a rogue tech priest who's fallen from grace. Brilliant, charismatic, but flawed.
Obsessed with forbidden knowledge.
A bit of a dark mirror to Maui, you could say.
So instead of a magic fishhook, he's got...
A servo arm, which is more important than you might think.
Okay. What did this Mordax steal?
Not the heart of Tefiti, but something even more powerful.
Uh-oh.
The heart of Terra, a relic connected to the Emperor himself.
The being who essentially holds humanity together.
Stealing that is a big deal, to say the least.
I bet. So what happens?
Zentaur Prime is plunged into chaos. Its connection to the Emperor's grace is severed, things start to decay faster, and a powerful demon is unleashed.
A demon. Okay, this is definitely not the Disney version anymore. What's this demon claim?
Kaka.
Kakara. And Moana's journey. It's not just storms and krakens this time, is it?
No, now it's navigating the warp, a dimension of pure psychic energy filled with demons and all sorts of nightmarish creatures.
It's the fastest way to travel, but also incredibly dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Okay, warp jumps instead of ocean voyages. I get it. But what about those Kakamora? Do they make an appearance?
Oh, they're here. But they've been reimagined as Kakarak,
Kaikarak.
chaos-warped marauders, hulking figures in rusted power armor, wielding weapons crackling with unholy energy.
This is intense. But Moana's not alone, right? She's got to have some allies in this grim, dark world.
She does. Whispers lead her to the Wayfarers of Zentara,
The Wayfarers. Who are they?
a forgotten group of explorers, a reminder of a time when humanity was more focused on discovery than just survival.
Sounds almost hopeful.
Maybe. Or maybe they're a tragic reminder of what humanity has lost.
That's a good point. Okay, so Moana's got some guidance. And she has Hey. But what advice can a servo skull really give?
Well, you'd be surprised. Hey might spout off cryptic bits of binary code that turn out to be ancient proverbs,
Interesting.
or offer tactical suggestions based on battles he's witnessed. He might even have data fragments about Mordax,
Clues to his past.
maybe his motivations.
Okay, things are getting interesting. We've got Moana, guided by whispers, aided by a quirky servo skull.
About to head into the warp to confront a fallen tech priest who's stolen a relic of immense power.
And somewhere out there, chaos marauders are lurking.
Don't forget the internal conflict. Moana's grappling with her duty to the Imperium while feeling pulled towards something bigger.
Right, and then there's Mordax. Is he truly a villain, or is there a chance for redemption, like Maui finds?
That is the question, isn't it?
This is shaping up to be a story about faith versus technology.
Individual choice versus the crushing weight of empire.
And we haven't even touched on Mordax's servo arm and what secrets it holds.
Oh, that's a tale for our next dive. So, Mordax's servo arm, remember, it's not just some cool 40K accessory.
Oh.
It's tied to his past. and maybe even to Moana's success.
You and your cliffhangers. Okay, tell me more about this servo arm.
In the 40K universe, servo arms, they're not just tools, they're very personal, reflections of the wearer's history, skills, even their soul.
Deep.
And Mordax's arm, it's no different. It shows his power, but also it hints at a past trauma.
Trauma? What kind of trauma? Did he, lose his real arm in some crazy tech priest accident?
Think more betrayal.
Betrayal.
Yeah, remember, he's a fallen tech priest.
Yeah.
What if it was cut off in a moment of treachery?
Ouch.
A constant reminder of those who turned against him, fueling his cynicism and his desire for forbidden knowledge.
That adds a whole new layer to him. It's not just ambition driving him, it's pain. Maybe even revenge. He's starting to sound less like Maui and more like, I don't know, a darker version of Dr. Octopus.
Interesting comparison. The brilliant mind turned bitter and vengeful, but the servo arm also holds a more practical key.
A key. To what?
To a hidden place. The Vault of Souls.
The Vault of Souls. That sounds ominous. Where is this vault? What's inside?
Okay, picture a demon world. Alterax. Twisted metal and bone. Reality is thin and the air crackles with psychic energy. Deep inside, that's where the vault is. Guarded by a creature called Tamatar.
Tamatar. Wait, is this like the 40K version of Tamatoa, that giant crab from Moana?
Exactly, but forget the flamboyant treasure hoarder.
Okay.
This is a demon-forged beast. Twisted metal fused with demonic flesh, claws dripping with warp fire, eyes burning with, unholy hunger.
I am both terrified and intrigued. Why would Mordax hide something so important in a place guarded by that?
Because what's hidden inside isn't just any artifact, it's the missing piece of his servo arm.
The missing piece.
And inside that piece, a fragment of his soul.
A fragment of his soul.
The key to understanding his fall, and maybe, just maybe, the key to defeating Tekora.
Okay, hold on, let me get this straight. The key to saving Zentara Prime is locked inside a terrifying demon crab guarded by a fallen tech priest who hid part of his soul in his metal arm. How does that even work?
The 41st millennium rarely makes sense, but here's the thing. Moana, she needs Mordax's help to reach the vault.
Right.
But she can sense the darkness in him.
Can she trust him?
Yeah.
Can Mordax, haunted by his past, really let go of his desire for power?
It's a classic Moana theme. Facing fear and finding the good in others.
Like with chain swords and warp fire this time. This is where Moana's faith is truly tested, right?
Absolutely. Remember those whispers? Maybe from the Emperor.
Yeah.
Faith in the 41st millennium, it's not passive. It's about actively resisting the darkness inside and out.
Wow. So what does Moana do? Does she trust Mordax?
She has to decide. Does she believe in his potential for redemption? Or is he too far gone?
This is so much more than just Moana in space.
Right.
It's about choices. It's about whether forgiveness and second chances are even possible in this grim, dark setting. Okay, I have to know. Do they reach the vault? Does Moana face Tamatar?
Oh, she does, and that's where things get really interesting. But that's a story for the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, last we left off, Moana and Mordax were about to face this demon crab.
Tamatar.
Right, Tamatar, guarding the Vault of Souls. Talk about a tough situation.
This isn't just about some artifact. This is a clash of ideologies. Tamatar, he represents pure chaos, the force that wants to destroy the universe.
Right, right.
But Moana, she represents faith in the Emperor.
Order and hope.
Exactly.
So it's bigger than just them.
Yeah.
This fight, it's like a battle for the soul of Zentara Prime. Maybe even a tiny version of the war going on across the galaxy.
A microcosm, yeah.
And for Moana and Mordax, this is a test. Can they put aside everything and work together?
Against this terrifying creature, it's a big ask.
I'm betting this is where Hey Hey comes in handy. A little distraction, maybe some advice.
Oh, for sure. Imagine Hey Hey zipping around all that binary code confusing Tamatar.
Clever.
Maybe even causing a system malfunction.
I love it.
Even in the grimdark future, a little ingenuity can go a long way.
Okay, so they get past Tamatar, they enter the Vault of Souls.
Yeah.
What's it like inside?
It's not like treasure and jewels. Think more like a reflection of a soul. Twisted, dark.
Ooh.
Spooky walls of bone and metal, whispers in the darkness, maybe glimpses of memories or other realities.
Intense.
And somewhere in there, Mordax's missing servo arm piece.
With a piece of his soul?
The question is, what happens when he puts it back on?
Yeah, what happens?
It's more than just, putting a piece back on. It brings back memories, the betrayal, the bad choices, but maybe a glimmer of who he used to be.
Before he fell.
Exactly.
Like Maui realizing his mistakes.
But with a lot more, inner turmoil. and probably some sparks flying.
Of course, this is 40K.
Now, think about Tekara, that demon plaguing the planet. What if it's actually the heart of Terra, twisted and corrupted?
Oh, wow. Instead of healing an island, Moana has to heal a piece of the Emperor himself.
It's really clever. It blends Moana's themes of healing and redemption with the grim reality of 40K.
But how does she do it?
Yeah.
Does she, have magic powers now?
She has something stronger. Faith.
Oh, I see.
Not blind faith, but belief in the Emperor's vision. Hope, even in the darkest times.
So she faces this demon with the power of belief.
Maybe she even sings. An ancient hymn, a prayer, something powerful.
I'm getting chills. The heart of Terra's cleansed, the demon is gone, Zentara Prime is saved.
Yeah,
But what about Mordax?
that's the big question.
Does he find redemption?
Does he change for the better, or does his past keep haunting him?
It's not a simple happy ending.
No.
It makes you think about the effects of trauma and trying to be better in a universe where there's always darkness.
Yeah, it really does.
This has been amazing. We took Moana's journey and threw it into Warhammer 40K.
Talked about pollution, obsession with tech, and the power of belief.
Even in a dark and brutal universe, people can still fight for something better.
And face really tough questions about redemption and sacrifice.
If Moana can do it, face demons and travel the warp, makes you think about what we can do in our world.
We all have that potential, maybe.
Well, until next time. May your journeys have courage, faith, and maybe a little bit of grimdark wonder.
See you next time.